Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time of coming across this video, thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm gonna discuss my experiences so far in the UK. I would like to appreciate my OGs and my new subscribers here. You guys really need a drum roll for you guys. Like I know it's been a while, it's been ages, it's been like months. I dropped a video here on YouTube. Yes, I could remember I came on live on the 25th of December 2024. This is New Year, right? Happy New Year. I forgot to say that. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, everyone. I pray that this is gonna be a fruitful one, a blessings to you and your family. Whatever you need is gonna be doubled up in this new year. By the way, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, thank you so much for clicking on that subscribe button. I really appreciate your presence over here. Yeah, I know you don't really need to talk much on this, but yeah, I know. I don't know which one to start up with. I don't really know where to start from. Do I start from cutting down those big trees here, or do I start from my experiences so far? The reason why I've been away for is just because of my schedule. Okay, my availability here determined how accurate I'm gonna be posting video here. So relocating to a new country is not like an easy task to do, guys. Yes, I relocated yes, but there are so many things you have to get worried about. You have to pay your bills, yeah, and you have to look good as well. Okay guys, so let's dive right into the video. I could remember in my last video I told you guys that I faced racism in my former apartment. Yeah, I'm gonna tell a little bit short story of what happened. Yes, when I started my application as a student to my school, I did my cast interview, which I also showed you guys a little clip of the day I did it. I was lucky, so lucky that I passed the cast interview. There was also a whole lot of processes that involved. I've forgotten. But in March, I went for my visa. I applied for visa, and the same March, I had an interview with the immigration officers of the United Kingdom. I didn't do a video of that one, but it was like something that I was not expecting. Even though within my heart I said that, oh, if I should travel for this visa application, by Monday they are gonna call me and my visa will be out the same week. So let me say I applied for my visa on Tuesday and I was scheduled to come on Thursday. So on the Friday they sent me an email that they're gonna have a video call with me on Teams, like the UKVI. They just want to see me on Teams. Yeah, they did an interview with me that the same Monday, and that the same Monday, that was when they granted my visa. So they sent me an email on a Sunday morning when I was preparing for church. I could remember those memories right back here. Relocating is not easy. The processes wasn't easy, but God made it easier. And I would say I'm a true NSPPDN. Yes, if not for NSPPD, I don't know where I would have been. God really saw me through my processes. Yeah, so fast forward to when my visa was ready. So the next process is for you to look for where you're going to stay, because you're not going to live under the trees. You know, obviously you're relocating to a new country and you don't have anyone here. It's just only you. And what's the next step there? So I started searching for an apartment, and I searched for an apartment using Spare Room. Yeah, so I used spareroom.com.uk. so that's where I got my my first apartment. So I was lucky that they were like, oh, can I be able to pay the deposit, so when I come over I can pay the full rent. I said okay. I said okay, they're gonna do a video call with me, and after that I'm gonna do a video call with the flatmate there if they actually like me. I said okay. I did a video call with them. They said oh, they like me and they would give me the house because they actually need someone who can move in immediately, because that was what they actually wanted. I did a video call with the 2 housemates that were available. One wasn't available, I don't know why. But when I paid for everything, then it was time to move. Yes, I equally dropped my video here of my moving in. When I arrived, this particular one that was that have all these hatred in her, the way she came out, she was like hey, like I sensed it that oh, this person doesn't like me. So all of a sudden she started saying oh, things that I carried is smelling, blah blah blah. So the landlady, which is wife to the landlord or the owner of the house, she came back with a plate, a kind of plate for freezer. So she was like oh, can I use this to put whatever that is smelling, because I came with dry fish, I came with Nigerian foodstuffs, because I was prepared. Okay, I said okay, no problem, not knowing that oh, it was actually this person. I don't know if she is part of the family or what, because obviously she was the one that was directing everything in the house. She's always like there, like she's always like making sure that oh, this should be here. Okay, that day I accepted that I have to like okay, unpack those things and put it there, but she still complains that oh, it smells, I should keep it on top of the fridge. I kept the food stuffs on top of the fridge. So I didn't know that my coming in there as a black was something else. So it was time for me to cook. Obviously the first time I came in I couldn't cook because I was tired. So the first day I cooked noodles. The girl came down, saw me cooking. She was like, I didn't say any word. I was like, what's wrong with this one? So after cooking that day, she reported me that I was cooking. But you know that these people, they always cook. They cook all sort of things. They eat fish as well. But I don't know why my own became something else to them. So they are very fruitful Sunday. I prepared for church, but I couldn't go because I don't have any means of transportation, because I'm just new to the country, right? And I needed to go to any African church so I can see my fellow blacks, like, you know, meet people and, you know, make friends with people, you know. So that I couldn't go. So I said, okay, let me use this opportunity to like cook jollof rice, since on Monday that's when my school will be resuming, because I came in on the 26th of April. So that 1 week I couldn't go anywhere because of transportation. Even though the racist of a girl, she gave me her Oyster card. There's this card that they call Oyster card. All you need to do is just to recharge the card. When you want to hop on a bus, you just tap, you pay for your transportation. Obviously here you pay for everything, nothing here is free, and the drivers, they are not gonna allow you in if you don't pay. So she gave me her Oyster card and I used it. At least that was the part that she was helpful to me. So that Festival Sunday I couldn't go because she didn't tell me how to like load the money. She just gave me her Oyster card and said, oh, you can use this. So I tried messaging her on her WhatsApp. She didn't reply me early. She only replied me when she wanted to reply. So that morning I said, okay, let me cook, since we'll resume for classes. And all through that week she was just giving me this, you know, this, if I'm cooking, she would come down and say, and me, I don't really care. All through that week I couldn't cook. I was just cooking noodles and I was taking tea in the morning because it was cold for me. Imagine someone who left a country that is warm, and you coming into this country, it was freezing cold, like freezing cold. Throughout that week we had online class because it was just basically online, and that week was a kind of introduction. My first week here was a kind of introduction. So we started our first online class on a Friday. Then the next week, so I had to prepare for, yes, I could remember, I have to prepare for the next week, which was the week that led to me leaving the apartment. Yeah, on the Sunday I was opportune to go to church. So I could remember when I finally got to the church, I met my fellow blacks, my fellow Nigerians, and some Ghanaians, and some, you know, these blacks in the church. So they were homey, they were welcoming, they even got food item for me. I can remember one of them got me a pack of chicken wings. One asked me if I like biscuits. One got me fruits. Like, I really enjoyed the first time at the church. On a Saturday, that was when I wanted to cook, and that was when they started complaining of me cooking, and you know. So on the Sunday I went to church so that I can, like, you know, get over those memories. And she has been telling them that, oh, there's this particular one that wasn't among them during the video call. She at some point asked the other lady, if she doesn't eat fish. She says she eats fish, but not the kind of fish I eat. Can you imagine? I said, oh, so she really eats fish, but if I cook, it's a sin. They cook all sorts of food in the house, but whenever I come downstairs to cook and that racist is in the house, she will call the landlord immediately, and the landlord will start calling me and tell me that they told me not to cook, they told me not to do this, and I accepted, and that was why they gave me the blah blah blah, you know. So I had to, you know, started looking for an apartment using the same spare room. So I was so lucky that I got this apartment, and I was scheduled to come on a Wednesday or so. I came, even though I didn't like how everywhere was, but I got used to it because, you know, you were in this kind of state before, then you moved out and you're there. Fateful Saturday, I started cooking, preparing for the next week, because they said that it's gonna be back to back after our first week, which was the introduction, and we had our first online lecture on a Friday. Then the second online lecture should be on a Monday, but it wasn't done on a Monday due to it was bank's holiday or so. So that was the first bank holiday experience, so they had to push the lecture to Friday, the online lecture. So normally we do have online lectures on Mondays, then physical on Thursdays. So that week it was hell for me because I can't cook. There was money on me, but you can't use cash here. You know, everything is card. Nobody accepts cash. It was very difficult for me. Even to pay for your transportation, you have to tap with your card. It's either you use your bank card or you use your Oyster card. But the lady, she offered to give me her Oyster card, and the Oyster card was much more expensive compared to when you use your bank card. So that week, everything, the next week, that was the second week of me being in the UK, I had to left early in the morning and went to the bank. I was so opportune. That was on a Tuesday. I went to the bank and I opened an account. Luckily for me, I equally met a Nigerian, but he has been there with his family for years. He's a Yoruba man, so he works in the bank as well. So he helped me with all the procedures. Then I have to like pay in with the cash I was with, like I came in with from Nigeria. When I opened the account, so I had to start using my card, right? So my card happened to come in on a Friday before the Sunday everything happened. And mind you, this racist has been reporting me every now and then. If I do anything in the house, she'll report me. If I cook just noodles, I have not been eating well in the house. So luckily for me, I got an apartment which was here. I had to, you know, start making arrangements. I have already paid for here. for 2 months front. I paid the 2 months front. I paid the deposit with the cash I came in as well. Then they said the person who was still using this apartment is gonna leave on the 5th of May. So everything I'm going to pay should be on the 9th. So it was on the 9th that my stay in this apartment started. So mind you, during those weeks of me with them, it was like mentally derailing. I wasn't myself. The struggle was so down on me. So immediately I left the house. I came in here, met Nigerian. This apartment is mainly boys. I'm the only lady here. So I was lucky that I picked this one because guys, they don't have problem. So wherever you see girls, they always have problem. So when I moved in here that night of the 9th of May, that was when they gave me the keys and I moved all my property in here. So the guy was like, you're too skinny, what happened? I told him my story that, my former apartment, I was not allowed to cook. He said, come on, and he was cooking beans. He was cooking beans on that day. So he was like, would you accept if I give you food? I said, no, I don't want to eat beans this night. Because there was one thing I did in my former apartment before I left. I was prepared to move in on the 9th, right? Then on Tuesday, I went to bank to like rectify all the issues I have with bank and all that stuff. Then I have to pay in some money that I can be able to like deposit for my new apartment, right? So that day I came back, I was hungry, I was tired, I was angry. Like I paid this amount and you people don't allow me to cook, and you people are going to debit it from my account, and I'm leaving this house and I didn't cook, I didn't use anything in this house. Out of anger, I started cooking soup. That day it was hell for them. That was the last day I cooked in that house. I cooked soup, and you know, those things that they were running from, I gave it to them back to work. So you know guys, how this stockfish smells, and especially now that I'm in a cold region. It's no longer when you're in a hot region where it doesn't smell, but now I'm in the cold region. So when I was cooking this, everywhere was oozing. It was just smelling the stockfish. I cooked, and I didn't know that all of them left for work that day. I cooked and I made sure that all the kitchen doors was open so that they will receive their last patience. They said that my food is smelling, so let them, have the last blessing before I leave. So I opened the kitchen doors and closed the back doors and closed the window of the kitchen. I made sure that everybody's gonna receive the blessing. So that fateful day, all of them came back from work around 5 p.m. You need to see the drama they were putting up. The other one was busy browsing about Nigeria, browsing about the stockfish and other stuff. The other one was busy calling the landlord. The other one said, I think this person is going to leave this house. I was like, you people literally wanted me to leave this house. So thank God I finally did what I have to do for me being here. So that day, the other one was like, at some point, one of them that was not among them during their call with them, when I first called the apartment, she was asking the racist, don't you eat fish? She said, I do eat fish, but not the kind of fish that she eats. Because that one was literally against everything the two of them were doing. Actually, the two of them were the racist in their house, but because the way they give me face, they don't talk to me, they only like, So that day was like hell. And the racist, she washed and spread in the kitchen. What she did was she started washing her clothes, she started cleaning, that day was hell for them. They started applying air freshener, they started spraying air freshener everywhere. Like that day was like dramatic. Like I put them in their place that day. I was like determined to face everything. I didn't come out. I was actually in my room eating my curry because I made the food so big. I had to eat eba, curry and soup. I had to bring it upstairs like after cooking the soup. I have to package the one for night, I have to package the one for afternoon. So I was in my room and I left my door open so that if they are doing this, let them come in, let them face me woman to woman, you know. So they were busy spraying the air freshener, they were like opening all the doors, they were like, what's this, you know. I really gave them what they wanted since they don't want me to cook, and I have not even cooked. I was only cooking noodles, and they kept saying that, oh, my food smells, oh, my food smells. Like, why? They were dramatic. The racist started calling the landlord. Maybe the landlady told them that, oh, she's about leaving, so they kept quiet. Throughout that day, when they came back, I was just in my room laughing. The thing really pained the lady. So this is the end of my experience with my first apartment. And if you're still watching up to this moment and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to drop a comment on the comment section. Thank you, and see you all in my next video. Bye, and have a lovely day. I will see you guys in my next episode, so stay tuned for the next episode.